Hello Star Wars friends and Star Wars fans around the world, and welcome to another video. Well, this isn't my normal sort of review video, this is one of my little sort of tutorial videos, and it's been requested. I listen to you guys, so if you say, oh, how do you do that? And I'm like, oh, okay, if I can show you how to do something, I will definitely show you how I achieve some sort of result. As a lot of you will know, I collect a lot of Star Wars food packaging from around the world, and I have done since the very beginning. So I've got all sorts of Star Wars food packaging, and there's an absolute art to be able to store this stuff, because obviously this here is this is Star Wars popcorn. Now, if you store this as a full bag, noisy, isn't it? If you store it as a full bag over time, you're not going to have any problems. But depending where you store it, this is over time. It's vulnerable to not deterioration with the popcorn. The popcorn itself isn't going to eat its way through the packaging. What the problem is, the rest of the world wants to eat what's inside the packaging. So what you're going to get is a lot of parasites. So you're going to get vermin. So you may not have mice, but at some point you may have mice, rats, even the horrible little beetles that, now no word of a lie, I've been collecting food packaging for a long time. You have horrible little beetles that will burrow minute holes into food packaging because they know there's something inside. They'll get in there and they'll demolish the contents, and they'll breed and they'll spread and they'll infest the rest of your collection. So if you can possibly remove food from its packaging, it's always best to. So here's a 6-pack of the Thomas Tucker popcorn, and inside here there are 6 of the R2 mini bags. So I've opened this up, and I've actually opened this up, but you can't really see where it's been opened, which is good. And I've managed to open up the popcorn bags inside, empty those out, we've eaten those, and the bags have gone back inside. And it's great for display now, so you wouldn't know it's been opened, and the bags are there inside, and you wouldn't really know they've been opened either. So there's no risk to sort of parasites coming in, vermin coming in and thinking, yeah, great popcorn. So I'm going to give you a quick demo on how I get this out of here and kind of keep the bag intact. So here we go. This is years of practice. So as you can see on the back here, there's a nice seam. Now you could, if you've got plenty of bags of these, you can practice different ways to do this. You could try tearing it. So you could try pulling it apart and pulling the seam. Sometimes you'll find the seam will give, and you can open up the back seam on this packaging absolutely perfectly, and then over a bowl, empty it out, and then you've got your empty packaging. Then what you need to do, the best for the best long-term results, is you need to get some Detox and some kitchen towel, moisten the kitchen towel, get inside there and just clean all of the residue out of the packaging. Now you're thinking, oh my goodness, that's a lot of work. But if you are interested as I am in storing long-term food packaging, these are things you really, really need to do. And then leave it to air dry, and then you can store it away in your collection. But now, if you've got a seam, this is quite a well welded seam, so you're not going to get into that without suddenly ripping it and tearing across the whole of the back of the pack. Some people would say, right, why don't you just scissors, snip across the top of the pack, then you've got, you can empty it straight out, no issues. For me, I like to have the pack as intact as I can possibly get it. So if I take that off, and then I've lost an inch at the top of the packaging there. I like it as it is. So what I want to do is open along this back seam. Now I could, because there's a nice overlap there, I could, if I wanted to, for display purposes, I could stuff this full, as it is now, with maybe cotton wool balls. Then I can reseal it, and then I can have that out on display, and it looks like a really cool full pack, and it always will do. So at the moment, what I'm doing with them, I'm just emptying them out and I'm keeping them empty. I may stuff some cotton wool balls in there and reseal it at some point. Depends how much room I can make in my display part of my food collection. So I'm going to show how I get in there and how I empty it out. Now, very, very carefully, with a very sharp knife. Guys, if you're a little bit shaky, or you're not, you're a little bit young, or you can get an adult. Sometimes adults aren't the best people to do this, but you can find someone that's a bit more sort of trustworthy with a knife, maybe. So I'm opening up. You can see that's where the seam joins the bag. I'm going to make a small hole. This is the danger bit. Right, it's gone in. Now I'm going to cut. I'm not going all the way down to the end of the bag here. I'm going to cut along very, very carefully. This is the really tricky bit. Oh, it's met quite a well welded part there. Right, I don't want to go too far down, and I also don't want to cut across into the bag. So that's that's actually where I want it to be. So move my bowl over. Now I'm going to turn this over, and then a bit of noise now because I'm going to empty this out. Gently tease this open at the back. I don't want to tear it. Now, emptying it out takes a little while, so bear with me, because you want to get as much of this out as you possibly can. You're not going to get it all out because there will be tiny fragments and popcorn dust in there. Yes, most of that's out. The good thing about the food collectibles, some of the Star Wars food is actually very good, and stuff like the popcorn, yeah, absolutely fantastic. We did take bags and bags of this when The Force Awakens was in the cinemas, and I think we're the only people that actually sat there eating proper licensed Star Wars popcorn. So we were like, yeah, look, and my nieces and nephews loved it as well. So they took bags of it with them, and they saw the film a few times with me. Whoops. Right, so that's pretty much empty now. So you can pop that seam back under there. And what you've got now is you can flatten that down. That'll be a flat, empty bag. Now you've got to go the step further, because you are going. As you can see on my hand, there's popcorn dust. Even though that bag's pretty much empty, you've still got the residue in there. So what you need to get is some Detox, a piece of kitchen towel, and very gently slide your hand in there and wipe around the inside. Then do the other side, and then do the other side, and the other side there again, and then dry it out, and dry it out with a clean piece of kitchen towel. Then leave it to air dry, and then you've got a perfectly preserved, non-attractive to rodents and other pests piece of packaging, and that's going to last you a long time in your display. So that's the way to do it with these. I am going to have some more tutorials on food packaging saving, because a lot of people have been saying, look, the food packaging, how do you make it last? What do you do? And so it kind of how. Please ignore the background noise. How do you make it last? And so I'm like, well, look, I'll do a video. I keep being asked, do the video. So here's one of the videos. We'll be doing more of these, just because people keep asking, and I like to, if someone asks me a question and I can help, absolutely will always help. Now I'm going to eat some popcorn, but yeah, this is Thomas Tucker Limited popcorn, and these guys, there you go, that's who they are right there, Thomas Tucker. Keep an eye out for these. I'm not giving anything away, but keep an eye out for upcoming products for them closer to Christmas. I get you hint, you know what's happening, Christmas 2016. Something big Star Wars happening, so keep an eye out for Thomas Tucker. They won't mind me saying that. They've got some nice stuff happening. So, as always, guys, do follow me on Twitter, and as I find new stuff, I tweet about it. I let you know what I found, where I found it, and how much I paid. I am the originator of the hashtag Star Wars Bargains, so check out the hashtag Star Wars Bargains and find all of my recent Star Wars goodies that I found that have been very, very good, affordable finds. And don't forget to subscribe to me here on YouTube. Check out my other videos. There's just a few to select, so have fun going through those. Let me know what you think. I try to reply to all comments as quickly as possible, and so it's great fun Star Wars collecting. This is one aspect of my Star Wars collection. I do figures and vehicles and ships and all the other normal stuff, but I love the foods collecting side. I'm very passionate about that. For me, it's a really interesting side of Star Wars collecting. So I know it's not everyone's cup of tea, and some people say to me, "Why do you collect it? It's stuff that should go in the bin." Well, yeah, okay. Why do we collect toys? Why do we collect the figures? They're stuff that should be opened and played with, but we don't, do we? No, we don't play with them. We keep them in their packaging, and we may open one and we may gently display it next to one that's not been opened. So we never play with the stuff. So yeah. Everyone has their own sort of take on collecting. So I love it all. I love it all. So I don't discriminate. So if you guys collect figures, I've got something there for you. Check out my figure videos. If you guys collect food packaging, bedding, stationery, water, whatever, it's all there. So check it out. As always, thanks very much for watching, and may the Force be with you. And thank you for making it to the end of this video. Well done. You've achieved something today. Bye for now, guys.